I want to thank everybody for watching Crypto Revolution, where I talk about everything crypto daily. Before we jump into this video, I want to say thank you for everybody that's been hitting that like button. We're trying to get a like spike going. Smash the like button, 1,000 likes a video. I make these videos every single day, and I'd love to have you as a subscriber. And for everybody that's been a subscriber, please leave a comment in the comment box. Let me know what number like you were when you smash that like button. Jumping right into the market today in crypto. Red day. Sometimes crypto kicks us in the teeth, and then it just keeps on bleeding. Now we're going to dive deep into some ideas of what Bitcoin is about to do. Bitcoin right now at 98.42. Overall market cap of cryptocurrency, $283 billion. I've got a cryptocurrency trading group. I've got 6 chat groups for everybody who's calling out breakouts, posting charts, working together to trade this market. I've got 41 videos in a playlist. If you don't know anything about trading this market, taking profits, using stop losses, everything's explained in these videos. And you'll be making profitable trades after you watch these videos. It's that easy. The number one reason why people join the trading group is they want to make a lot of money. They want to be in the right coins, and I will make sure that you're in the right coins. If you guys want to join the crypto trading group, you want to pay in crypto, email me, cryptobitcoinchris@gmail.com. I'll get you set up and in the group today. If you pay with crypto for 6 months, you get a 20% discount. If you pay with crypto for the year, you get a 30% discount and an additional month for free. If you do want to pay with a card month to month, you can do so. There's a Patreon link that's in the description. This is Link. This is a midterm hold, up 72%. Huge gains in Link. This is APPC, 132% profits. Huge gains in the trading group. Here's a couple comments from the trading group. Stuart stated, CBC, I just closed my Ethereum USDT position for now. $14,500 in profit. Thanks. Huge gains, man. These midterm holds. If you're busy and you don't have time to trade, like probably most people in the world, these midterm holds pay the bills, period. Another person stated, Chris, I made $6,000 on Chainlink. In the last 3 months, I'm up over $20,000. Now doing this full time, a dream come true. Thanks for everything. Knowledge is power. But we've been through the tough parts of this market. There's a lot of upside in the future. So again, amazing returns, amazing gains, and amazing progress and success stories in the trading group. This is a Bitcoin daily chart. We've been talking about this. So we had this parabolic price rise, which has been broken. This overhead resistance wasn't broken, and it's at about 10,400, okay? Now, you got a golden cross that's going to be confirmed in the next day or two. However, you got a bearish MACD cross down here, which is a sell signal. Okay, so you got the sell signal on the MACD cross, which happened previously. Now, previously I stated, hey, watch this trend line. When it does get broken, you're going to expect more downside, and that trend is broken. So this is a Bitcoin 4-hour chart. And it's important to know there's a rising wedge. The rising wedge broke to the downside. The measured move of the rising wedge is down about 9,000. However, there's a ton of support in between here and there. 9,400 is the point of control. So that's where there's a ton of trading activity, previous trading activity in this area. So it's going to be strong support. You can see over here by the VPVR that this is going to be a strong support level. So potentially looking for a bounce, possibly 9,600, 9,400. There's a gap that's been created, CME gap that's been created. Obviously, CME was closed, and so potentially we do run up and fill this gap. Obviously, there's going to be a lot to watch in the morning. Monday morning could be crazy volatile in crypto. So also, you've got a falling wedge down here on the RSI. This is on the 4-hour, okay? So these falling wedges, 68% chance of a break higher. And what happens is these oversold conditions become a catalyst for a bounce. So once it does get oversold, and it's headed in that direction. So it's either got to break out of this wedge and move higher, or it's going to reach extremely oversold conditions and then bounce because of that. So again, looking for some type of a bounce potentially based on this idea. So now I guess the question is, are we going to fill this gap now or later? Definitely all eyes on Bitcoin. And remember, a lot of people are asking, hey, what about these altcoin positions? What about, these alts, the USDT pairs are going to follow Bitcoin, right? So Bitcoin moves lower, your USDT pairs are going to take a hit. Your BTC pairs on some of your smaller altcoins are going to perform pretty decent. Now, this is just a bearish idea. It's a possibility. It's something that we need to, because this exists, and we have to acknowledge that it exists, there's more of a chance that this plays out than if it didn't exist, right? But it's a possibility, okay? So something to look for. Now, if we do get this bounce here, this is a head and shoulders potentially that's on the 1 hour chart. You got your shoulder, your head. Could this possibly be the right shoulder? Now, we did have some bullish divergence previously that played out. We got a little run up. And this, again, is just the hourly chart. Okay, so if you're a midterm holder, you're a long-term holder, probably not very significant. However, you have to watch this for the idea that is this a short-term top for Bitcoin? That gap is kind of the variable, right? The gap, the price action likes to fill these gaps, and so we have to see if we get a move up to around 10,400 before that happens. But because that $9,000 price target is kind of floating out there as far as this falling wedge being broken, we have to kind of acknowledge this whole scenario. This is the Bitcoin weekly chart. Let's focus on how strong this support level is. You had quite a few tests on the weekly chart of this level, right? Potentially between 9,700 and 9,450, there's a ton of support. If we break below there, obviously it wouldn't be a good sign for Bitcoin. So this is your support level here. And so we're looking for a bounce on the weekly at this level. Now, so what could this could mean, hey, we dip below there midweek, as long as by next Sunday, the price returns above there, it could still potentially hold. But these are all our ideas that we have to consider moving forward. Now, this is daily Bitcoin dominance I talked to you guys about, and you got a bearish break of dominance, of Bitcoin dominance. And this support level, I stated, hey, if this support level gets broken by Bitcoin dominance, if it gets broken, these altcoins are going to perform really well. So when you get a bounce here, this is bad for altcoins, because obviously the opposite or the inverse of Bitcoin dominance is altcoin dominance, right? Reverse correlation here. So now you got a bounce here, so altcoins are taking a hit right now. Okay, so you want to come up and see this. If you're an altcoin holder and you're real big into altcoins, potentially you want to see Bitcoin get rejected here at this overhead resistance and continue lower. If this happens and we do get this retest and then a move lower, you'll get very good confirmation that the altcoins are going to shine again. Okay, and so we're watching this. I'm going to keep you guys as up to date as possible on all this every single day. Definitely, if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Bitcoin may touch 10,400 tomorrow, this person stated. CME gap found. Now, truthfully, we don't know if it's going to fill it tomorrow, next week, next month, right? But there's a very good possibility that this does get filled. If you guys haven't signed up for a VPN yet, I definitely recommend PureVPN. Anytime I do anything in cryptocurrency, I always make sure my VPN's on for security purposes. If you want to use Binance.com and trade all the little altcoins that everybody knows and loves, use PureVPN. You can use Bybit, BitMEX, right? So PureVPN, the link is in the description, does support the channel. The halving, the altcoin rally, and adoption are driving Bitcoin's price surge. And I've kind of touched on this in quite a few videos, and I just want you guys to realize that the altcoin rally brings a lot of attention to the market, but more so, Bitcoin's price does. Okay, so Bitcoin's the poster child for cryptocurrency. There's a lot of banks, institutions, and smart money that when they jump right into the market, when they jump into this market, they're going to want to be in Bitcoin. This is going to be on the news a lot more, and it's going to bring retail into this market, which they're coming. They're coming for sure. It's amazing how many people I talk to every day, completely new to cryptocurrency, right? They just don't really have a grasp on a lot of things we talk about, and that's perfectly okay. We all started there, and that's why if you guys are new to this space, you guys are on the right track because you're doing research. Like, don't get caught up in all this like news-related, we'll call it mumbo jumbo, because like if you just knew how manipulated this news was, I get to see it. Projects reach out to me all the time, and it's disheartening to see there's a lot of deception in this market. It's not illegal. Remember, Martha Stewart went to prison for some things she had going on in traditional markets, which is not necessarily illegal in this market. and very hard to prevent. So just remember that things that happen in crypto are unique and different than what would happen in traditional markets. And the Bitcoin halving usually brings out a price surge, and this is a result of the supply and demand ratio. So what's going to happen is this halving is going to cut the supply of Bitcoin paid out to the miners basically by 50%. So miners will have stopped selling their inventory, or they probably already have because they want higher prices and they're expecting higher prices. There's plenty of people that will mine Bitcoin for break even because they're essentially counting on future prices that are a lot higher than what prices are today. Now, when you see addresses for Bitcoin, overall just Bitcoin addresses growing, that means the fundamentals are improving. There's just more people using it, really, it was what it comes down to. The Bitcoin block reward halving is coming in 85 days. Like, don't for a second think that we get a little pullback and it's, you know, hey, what should I do now? I'm all bummed out and depressed. Listen, that's part of it. We do this all the time. We know this. Analytics firm TradeBlock predicts that Bitcoin mining costs over $12,500 following the halving. So they think $12,500 it will cost to mine one Bitcoin. And really this depends on the electricity and what country, the cost of the electricity of the country that the people reside in. Okay, so there's plenty of countries where it's very, very, very cheap to mine these cryptos. Real quick, I want to talk to you about these parabolic gains, and I want to show you that if you can just grab Coinbase, grab Tradingview, draw a parabola or even some lines, and just have, maybe you're not a trader, and that's okay. Don't take this 20% loss out of EOS. Potentially you have 20% more to buy at the bottom. And then it's just a matter of drawing support levels. And I want to show you the idea of pulling Fibonacci retracement, because we had some people in the group that had some amazing gains recently because they were pulling the fibs. So basically this shows that EOS right now, now it ran up to $5.45. It pulled back, and right now it's at the 0.382 fib level. Now you're going to get bounces on these coins in this area, and I'm about to show you. Right around in here, okay? You're gonna get a bounce. Now, then you pair that, there's some support down here at about $4. So $4.15, $4, $3.78. You're looking for these bounce ideas. So let's say you sell the parabolic break up here. You sell the break, and then you buy back lower. You increase your coin count, your bag, your EOS bag by 20%. Again, I just have to stress to you guys that taking profits is the key to quick success in this market. Now, yeah, if you're a holder, you're good. Just chill. This is the future of money, right? This is we're golden. We're good. But let's say you want to get there a little bit faster, and that's why I talk about, you know, trading, and that's why it's really inspired me to make sure you guys are successful. IOTA announced its successful patch of bug responsibility for the Trinity wallet hack. So IOTA comes out and they said, hey, we fixed it. There was a $1.6 million in IOTA that was lost. Now, it goes on to state that the effects of the hack and the network shutdown, the token price was sliding 11% over the last 24 hours. But what I would say is the news is going to do whatever they can to tie these price movements with the news. And now, can you say, hey, this 11% pullback over the last 24 hours is from things that went on with the theft of IOTA? I mean, what happened to EOS? What happened to every other coin in the market that got completely devastated over the past, 24, 48 hours potentially, right? And so you need to be able to decipher, hey, news is a part of it. And news is important because retail latches on. We latch on, we buy news pumps, right? And that's when news comes out and people buy based on that. There's some people that buy solely based on news. All I'm saying is you want to understand fundamentals of the coins, the tokenomics. You want to understand, potentially the GitHub commits. You want to understand how the development's going. You want to understand technical analysis. You want a well-rounded approach to this market, because right now, there's a lot of speculation in the market. The market's really traded on speculation. You can't tell me that, hey, there's every single crypto in the market that's up 50 to 100% over the last month and a half has had these amazing fundamental developments, right? It's cyclical. The market's cyclical, and then a lot of it's traded on TA. So just so you understand that. Now, beware of a fake XRP airdrop organized by YouTube scammers. I had a guy hit me up today, and he said, Chris, they just got me for all of my life savings. And it just breaks my heart when I hear stuff like that. And then potentially I'm going to talk about this stuff more, you know, and I want you guys to leave comments in the comment section and say, hey, this is a scam I found. This is a scam I found, because that's what we're dealing with in this space. Is there's a bunch of liars, cheats, and thieves that are trying to siphon our crypto away. Never send crypto ever and expect anything in return. Ever. Don't ever give up your seed key. No, I don't care who asked for it. You hand somebody $20,000 in cash that you never met and that you're not even close to, and do you think you're going to see them again? And that's what these seed keys are, right? Don't give up your seed, your password, your private keys, none of that ever. It may seem like the company that you've been dealing with are viable, like they'll have even screenshots that prove things. Don't fall for that stuff. If you're new in this space, people are trying to take your money. Okay, don't even entertain any of these ideas. Everybody wants a free ride and quick riches in this market. Greed kicks in and we do things and we don't think straight. So again, I want to make sure and discuss that with you guys. Now, this is another live now on YouTube. So there's a gaming channel that got hacked. 1.9 million subscribers now being used by a hacker. So they changed all the banners, hid all the videos, and they're making these fake live streams and this Ponzi scheme, and they promise you 10x returns. You're not going to get 10x returns overnight. You're not going to get 1%. All these scams start to pop up because new people come into this market. Okay, so just be mindful. Like coronavirus cash quarantine comes to China in an attempt to sterilize fiat currency. Mainstream adoption happens very quickly when they quarantine the cash. Imagine all of a sudden that fiat currency on a global scale ends up being quarantined, and there's this fear and hysteria about physical cash. Imagine what's going to happen to, obviously credit cards exist, but imagine what's going to happen to the adoption of cryptocurrency, digital payments in general. This would, man, mainstream adoption happens at hyperspeed. Deputy Governor of the People's Bank of China revealed at a press conference on Saturday that China is now quarantining old banknotes in order to contain the spread of the coronavirus. Money in the worst hit areas is going to be sanitized with heat and ultraviolet rays, quarantined for 2 weeks before being distributed again. Money in less risky areas is also going to be locked up, but only for a week. He adds that commercial lenders are asked to quarantine cash from hospitals and food markets. Data from Johns Hopkins real-time tracker shows that as of Sunday, global cases of the coronavirus have reached almost 70,000 people. There's been close to 1,669 deaths, and there's another 9,500 people have recovered. If you like the content that I provide on a daily basis, be sure and subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment below, hit the bell for notifications. Thanks so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow.